I didn't disturb anything. Harold led Inspector Tidwell into the room. Well, except the door. I had to open that. And my phone to call you. And my headphones, because they were on my person. But nothing else, I swear. A single bulb illuminated a small bedroom. In the realm of furniture, there was a dresser, a bed, a desk with a chair, nothing else. Last night, around 10 or 11, I was working on the draft to my screenplay. Harold motioned to the desk in the corner. There was nothing but sheets of paper and a few pens scattered across it. I didn't hear anyone open my door, but I guess someone did. I felt something hit the back of my head, and when I came to, it was gone. It being the $1,000 oil painting Harold had picked up at a garage sale earlier that month. It was uninsured, Tidwell had confirmed, just to be sure. Tidwell crossed the room and gave the bedroom door a few cursory swings. He crouched to inspect the 3-inch gap between the bottom of the door and the floor. The door was shut completely, right? How did you not hear it open? Moreover, how did you not hear the assailant walking up to you? Well, I had my headphones on. Noise-canceling ones. Give them a spin. Harold tossed the pair to Tidwell and played a song on his phone. Even at arm's length, the music made his eardrums shake. Tidwell nodded and dropped the pair back onto Harold's bed. Tidwell exited the scene of the crime and stepped down the hall, past Barry's room, past Peter's room, all the way to the living room. There sat Harold's 3 roommates, half-dressed and puffy-eyed. None of them had expected a 6 a.m. wake-up call on a Saturday, or so they claimed. So, gentlemen, am I to understand that nobody besides the 4 of you were in this house at 11 p.m. last night? That's right, officer. Barry rolled over on the couch, rubbing his paunchy stomach. I was here in the living room all of last night. Nobody besides these 2 passed me, I think. What were you doing in the living room for all of last night? Stuff. Barry shot a furtive glance at the giant bong resting in the corner of the room. You won't arrest me for that, will you? Tidwell sighed. Can we be sure your testimony is accurate, given your state of mind at the time? Yeah, no. Do I have to answer this question? Peter adjusted his glasses and raised a finger. If I may, officer. I arrived home at 9:30 and went straight to my bedroom, where I began to tuck myself in for bed. The front door makes too much noise to escape notice, and there are no other entrances to this apartment. I only heard it open once afterwards, when Dennis came home. I can guarantee you that nobody else entered this apartment up until the time I fell asleep, which was sometime around 11 o'clock. Dennis rubbed his goatee and nodded. Yeah, I agree. Do you, Dennis? Tidwell shot up in his seat. Can you personally verify Peter's report? Well, no. But Peter's usually right. He's like one of those guys in those logic puzzles who always tells the truth. And Barry's like the guy who always lies. And I'm like the guy in the middle. Is this information actually pertinent to this case? It could be, man. What if we were in a logic puzzle? Shouldn't you bring Harold here? Sometimes, the authors try to mix stuff up by making the victim the real perpetrator. Dennis, please tell me what happened after you came home last night. Sorry, man. So, I came home at 11 o'clock or so. Barry was passed out on the couch. Peter was sleeping. Harold was sleeping. Yeah, everyone was sleeping except for me, but are we ever truly awake anyway? Dennis blanched at Tidwell's glare. But yeah, I went straight to my room and went to sleep too. If everyone was sleeping when you returned, nobody can verify your story, correct? No way. Barry scrambled to his feet. It can't be Dennis. I used the bathroom at 10. It could have been me. Are you confessing, Barry? No, it wasn't me. But I couldn't bear the thought of it being Dennis. Peter snapped his fingers. I'm sorry, officer. That just reminded me. I should revise my testimony. I left my room at 10:15 to use the bathroom. It was only 5 minutes at most. Barry nodded enthusiastically. I remember hearing 2 flushes. Peter always flushes twice. I don't know why. I only ever need to flush twice when I'm disposing of, Peter scowled. I only flushed twice because it wouldn't go down. Dennis is the one who always flushes twice. I would never do this in excess. It's a waste of water and quite irresponsible. Oh, so now I know who always turns off the hall light, Dennis retorted. Listen, Peter, I'm all for the environment, but I thought we agreed to keep it on if someone's still out, so we don't have to stumble around in the dark to get to our rooms. Tidwell held up a hand to interrupt their bickering. You can have this discussion amongst yourselves later. Right now, I want to wrap up this case. I think I know who stole Harold's painting.